Well, here in the United States, the white gunman who killed 10 black people in a racist attack in upstate New York has pleaded guilty to murder and state charges of domestic terrorism. Peyton Gendron, who's 19, went on a rampage at a supermarket in a predominantly black part of the city of Buffalo. Joining us now for more is the BBC's Nomia Iqbal. And Nomia, just tell us, how significant is this case and the fact that the gunman has pleaded guilty?
Well, before he pleaded guilty today, he had pleaded not guilty. But if you remember back to May, the attack was live streamed by him. He had fastened a camera to his head. He'd gone into this supermarket, the Tops Friendly Market. He'd roamed the aisles in this military gear and he had an automatic rifle. And the authorities said that he had driven 3 hours from his home specifically to kill black people. That was his aim. He killed 10 black people, he wounded 3, and the victims included shoppers, a security guard, and also a church deacon whose job was, to drive people to the store and back. Now, as I say in court, he pleaded guilty in the end to 15 charges at state level, including domestic terrorism, which means that he's guaranteed life in prison. But he is also facing more than 24 charges at federal level, some of which carry the death penalty.
And Nomia, since this horrific attack in May, there have been even more mass shootings here in the United States. Have there been any significant changes in the gun laws, either at the state or the federal level?
Well, less than 2 weeks actually after the Buffalo shooting, there was that other horrific shooting that traumatized America in Uvalde in Texas, where 21 people were killed, mainly school children. And Laura, we saw that sort of familiar anger and people wanting a change. But there was some change, quite significant. President Biden signed into law the first major gun safety legislation that was approved by Congress in 30 years. And it was pretty broad, but it included, raising the age at which you could buy a semi-automatic rifle to 21, expanded background checks for those between age 18 and 21. It didn't go as far as he wanted it to, but given how polarising the gun debate is, given how polarised lawmakers are in this city, it was pretty significant, and it showed politicians could take action after these sorts of shootings.
Nomia Iqbal, thank you for joining us. Now,